Yeah, you guys got me today. I'm like rushing to the computer. Nate is late. Welcome to the channel. As we watch the madness unfurled between Amber Heard. So if you're watching today, you're watching because we're going to be reacting to the Amber Heard series of videos. So just so everybody understands what's going on. So Amber Heard has broken her silence about the verdict between the trial between her and her ex-husband, Johnny Depp. But yesterday we watched the 2-minute teaser, and today they have another part of the interview. So now we're going to have part 1 of the interview, then we'll have part 2 tomorrow, and then Dateline's doing a 1-hour monster special about this particular case. So you know what? You all are here to watch the interview and some commentary with it. So let's just get into it. I'm not going to hide the ball. We're not going through all that. We're going straight to the video. So let's check it out. Let's see what Amber has to say. Doop.
With Amber Heard.
Yeah, that's right. This is Amber Heard's first interview since that high-profile defamation trial and its stunning verdict largely in favor of her ex-husband, Johnny Depp. We spoke about what happened in that courtroom and how she feels.
Now, I do want to say largely in favor is like an understatement, right? She won. Johnny Depp won 6. I mean, he won 5 out of 6 claims. So it wasn't like he just barely won. He was an out. It was a win no matter what. So I got to see how they spin this one. But yeah, Johnny won. It was, she won 1 out of 6. That's not close. That's a blowout.
About all of it now.
It's been about more than a week since the verdict.
I do read the chat.
As you sit here with me now, has it sunk in?
How could it? It's surreal and difficult. In part, yes. This has been a long time coming.
Do you stand by your testimony and your accusations against Johnny Depp about abuse?
Of course, to my dying day, will stand by every word of my testimony.
Even the fucking lies? Like, she's going to stand by every word of the testimony, even the lies. I pledged, but didn't donate, even though I told everybody. Like, there was obvious lies. How could she be sitting there saying that she stands by? She should have said, hey, listen, I made some mistakes in my testimony, blah, 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 but I stand by every word. It's obvious you were lying, right? It shows you her mentality's fucked up. We know she's lying. It was obvious.
The real-life drama of the defamation case between Amber Heard and her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, captivated millions of people around the world.
Amber Heard just got exposed.
Johnny, you hit me.
This is so cringe.
With clips spreading across social media like wildfire.
Those clips are good.
I think vast majority of this trial was played out on social media. I think that this trial is an example of that gone haywire, gone amok, and the jury is not immune to that.
You think the jury saw it?
How could they not? I think even
Why you keep throwing the jury under the bus, right? Every high-profile case, the jury takes an oath. We promised to not look at shit and do all this stuff. We're going to be good jurors. And now this shows you this woman is sick. Why throw the jury? Only thing she could have said is, hey, I disagree with the jury. But now she's blaming TikTok for her losing, and the jury's corrupt because they had to watch it. This shows you she cannot just admit, I'm a fucking liar and I got caught. That's all this was. You're a fucking liar and got caught. This video is probably demonetized already because I'm using the F word like crazy. But I'm sorry, people. This is crazy. This is crazy. She can take no personal responsibility for anything. What's wrong with you?
even the most well-intentioned juror, it would have been impossible to avoid this.
People online.
The most well-intentioned juror, it would have been impossible for them to keep their oath, right? Wow.
And crowds outside the courthouse made it clear where they stood.
Every single day I passed for 3, 4, sometimes 6 blocks, city blocks lined with people holding signs saying, "Burn the witch," "Death to Amber." After 3.5 weeks, I took the stand and saw just a courtroom packed full of Captain Jack Sparrow fans who were vocal, energized.
Can you put into words how
Blame the jury. Blame the crowd. Blame TikTok. Blame the people outside. She's blaming. I've never seen this. Like who else you gonna? So now we got the jury. Then we got the people on TikTok and social media. Now we got the people outside the courtroom, right? She's blaming everybody. Like, who else are you gonna blame for this loss, right? It's like, this is unbelievable. Everybody's to blame.
that felt?
This was the most humiliating and horrible thing I've ever been through. I have never felt more removed from my own humanity. I felt less than human.
Let's go back to the day of the verdict.
You know, let's get
Were
some
you
real.
feeling confident?
She knew she was losing.
That's a great question.
She wasn't confident. She was
I
like,
wish
yeah,
I could say yes.
I got
to
caught
that.
lying. That's why.
I want to say yes to you, but
You want to lie to her.
it wouldn't be true. Even if you think that I'm lying,
Yes.
you still couldn't tell me, look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation.
I
Do
said that
you
yesterday.
find that
Yeah.
Mr. Depp has
You
proven
could,
all
easily.
the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
After the 6-week trial, the jury found Heard defamed Depp in a 2018 Washington Post op-ed in which she wrote she was a public figure representing domestic abuse. She never mentioned her ex-husband by name. Depp denied the abuse allegations in court. Heard won just one of 3 claims in her countersuit against her ex-husband. That verdict came less than 2 years after a judge ruled against Depp in a similar case in the UK, in which he sued a British newspaper that called him a wife beater.
There was another trial.
Oh my God. Here we go. So that's where they're going with this, right? She lost the jury. So understand what we just heard, right? It's the jury. It's the TikTokers. It's the social media people. It's the people standing outside for 3 or 4 blocks, right? Those people are who to blame. And on top of that, we had a trial in the UK. So remember, so they're going through all her talking points. Here's a UK trial piece. Let's hear what she's got to say. Oh, thanks for the generous super chat. My dog stepped on a bee. I'm going to get to the rest of your super chats too. Heard in audio evidence way before this went to trial. They are very telling. And I can't believe the mainstream media, social media, and women who are defending her. There is so much evidence of her guilt and lies. Take accountability. Stop blaming others with the victim mentality. Amen. My dog stepped on a bee. Thank you. Because her testimony here and this interview is stepping on a goddamn bee.
Handled it dealt with the same substantive issues that had even more evidence in. In fact, my evidence was largely kept out. Really important pieces of evidence kept out.
Listen. This is what Elaine said. Remember, when we get a clip of this, we're going to do exactly what Elaine said. She said exactly what Elaine said. So they're regurgitating these talking points. That's exactly what she's doing here.
Done differently, handled differently.
Different
by
country.
A judge instead of a jury.
Some
Different
evidence
countries?
is admissible in a UK court that is not admissible in a US court.
Yes.
Do you think that maybe he just had better lawyers?
I will say his lawyers did certainly a better job of distracting the jury from the real issues.
For some people, they just were frankly disgusted by the whole thing and don't have much sympathy for either one of you. Can you understand that?
Absolutely. I would not blame the average person for looking at this and how it's been covered. And
How it's been covered, it was covered pro Amber, right? They were saying that he's an abuser. Now she's saying that the coverage hurt her. No, the coverage helped you. The mainstream media coverage. This coverage is helping you, Amber.
not think that it is Hollywood brats at their worst. But what people don't understand is
What don't we understand?
It's actually so much bigger than that. This is not only about our First Amendment right to speak.
But here's the thing about
Now we got First Amendment rights to speak, right? So she's going right through all the talking points, right? Now we have First Amendment. Who is she fooling with this? Who is she fooling with this?
About the First Amendment. The First Amendment protects free speech. It doesn't protect lies that amount to defamation.
Savannah hit her hard. That's the question. Your free speech doesn't protect lies and defamation. I want to see how she answers that question. Damn, Savannah hit her with a good one. That's the question I would have asked.
And that was the issue in the case.
That was the
Yes,
issue in this case.
exactly. You can't go into the free speech does not protect you if you go
If
into
you're a
crowded
fucking liar.
theater and you scream fire.
No,
You
if
get
you're
the
a liar
concept of
and
free
defame
speech
people.
from the Greeks. My understanding of what that means is not just the freedom to speak. It's a freedom to speak truth to power,
Yes,
The truth
truth.
is the word.
Truth.
That was the issue.
and that's all I spoke. And I spoke it to power, and I paid the price.
No, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. That was on the issue here. The issue is, are you telling the truth? And that's what Savannah's hitting you with. See, defamation means it has to be false. And you lied, and you got caught. Now, continuing to say it's true is not helping your case. I would have been more sympathetic if she said, well, I made mistakes, right? But the fact that she's doubling down on it now shows she's still lying now, even though we all know it. That's the scary part about this. We all know she's lying, and she's continuing to do so. This woman is sick, bro. This woman is sick.
In the closing arguments, the Depp lawyer called your testimony the performance of a lifetime and said you were acting. What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Did she just say that? Did she just? I gotta rewind that shit. Hold on. We gotta listen to it again. Did she? What was it? Let's go to the question. What was the question again?
Says
And said you were acting. Or said,
All right, here we go.
called your testimony the performance of a lifetime.
All right.
And said you were acting.
Now, what's her
What'd you say to
response? Listen to this shit.
says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
This bitch is crazy. That was a movie. He's not Edward fucking Scissorhands. What the hell is she talking about? What? This bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy.
I'm the performer.
Yo, look at that long ass pause. Like she thinks she made some type of in-depth pause. What's this long ass pause? She thinks she made like this point that's just like blew everybody away. That Savannah's like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck are you talking about? Watch this shit again. I hate laughing at her. What? This is crazy. Watch.
The lawyer
The lawyer, right?
for the man
Serious.
who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers. I'm the performer. I had listened to weeks of testimony insinuating that, or saying quite directly that, I'm a terrible actress. So I'm a bit confused how I could be both.
The Depp team argued that you were the abuser.
Well, just to be clear, Amber, you are a terrible actress. The jury was able to see you're a terrible actress, and that's why they didn't believe you, right? It's simple enough. We don't have to really think about that one too hard. That's pretty simple.
How I could be both.
The Depp team argued that you were the abuser, that you instigated physical violence. Did you?
I never had to instigate it. I responded to it. When you're living in violence and it becomes normal, as I testified to, you have to adapt.
You say you were responding, but there is evidence. There are tapes in which you acknowledge hitting. There are
This is why I like Savannah. Like, I give the media a whole bunch of crap, but she not letting that shit go. She's like, yo, hold the F on. We got evidence. I'm calling BS, Amber. We got evidence. If she's about to go to it, hit her, Savannah. We got to give Savannah some props. She not letting the BS go on. She like, hold the F on. We got some evidence here. You can't just, I'm not going to let you spat off these lies. Come on, Savannah. Hit her, Savannah. Hit her.
There is evidence. There are tapes in which you acknowledge hitting. There are tapes in which you say, I started the fight.
I know much has been made of these
The
audio
evidence.
tapes. They
The
were
evidence.
first leaked online after being edited. What you would hear in those clips are not evidence of what was happening. It was evidence.
So hold on. Now you see, this is how she lies, right? I think this part gives you an insight to the type of to the type of liar she is. Let's listen to that one more time. I want you guys to listen to it. Listen to the question, and we're going to listen to the answer.
Tapes. They were
Knowledge hitting. There are tapes in which you say, I started the fight.
I know much has been made of these audio tapes. They were
Okay, the audio tapes.
first leaked online after being edited. What
So now they were first leaked online after being edited, but what was shown to the jury was the full context, right? The full audio tape. So what was leaked online, it may have been edited, but that's not what the jury saw. She lost because the jury saw the tapes that the jury saw weren't edited. It was a full tape. So let's see if she acknowledges that.
you would hear in those clips are not evidence of what was happening. It was evidence of a negotiation of how to talk about that with your abuser.
You see? So she's trying to gaslight you. She's trying to say, well, the edited ones, and now she's talking about the edited ones, but the ones the jury heard weren't edited. So you see, she's trying to wrap the lies in some truth, and that's how she got caught, right? That's how she got caught. Let's hear that way she answers this one.
But I am looking at a transcript that says, he says, you start
Now Savannah goes right back to the transcript because the transcript is not edited. She's talking about edited videos, and Savannah's like, no, I'm not talking about edited videos. Let's go to the transcript of what was shown in court, because that wasn't edited. You see how you catch a liar? She's trying to lie and say, oh, the edited videos didn't show everything. She's like, no, hold the fuck on. Let's go to the transcript, because the transcripts weren't edited. These aren't edited videos that were shown in court. Savannah's doing a good job.
Your abuser.
But I am looking at a transcript that says, he says, you start physical fights, and you say, I did start a physical fight. I can't promise you I won't get physical again. I mean, this is in black and white. I understand context. But you're testifying and you're just telling me today, I never started a physical fight, and here you are on tape saying you did.
That's how you call out a liar! That's how you call out a liar! Go ahead, Savannah. Woo! That's how you call out a liar. Savannah wasn't having it. She's like, no, stop the bullshit. Let me read this and you know they were prepared for it. She's like, let me read this motherfucker to you. That's not what you said. That's not what the fuck you said. Let me read this shit. That's what you said. Now what the fuck you gonna say now? Why can't she stop lying? Why can't this woman stop fucking lying? I'm sorry. If you got kids watching, I'm going to try to stop dropping the F-bombs. Why can't she stop lying? This is crazy. But Savannah's holding the feet to the fire. Savannah's holding the feet to the fire.
And you're just telling me today, I never started a physical fight, and here you
You're
are
lying
on tape
again.
saying you did.
As I testified on the stand about this, is that when your life is at risk, not only will you take the blame for things that you shouldn't take the blame for, but when
This is
you're
the
in
reason
an
for
abusive
lying.
dynamic, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, you don't have the resources that, say, you or I do with the luxury of saying, hey, this is black and white, because it's anything but when you're living in it.
But then there are other times, there's another tape where you're taunting him.
Oh, Savannah is coming hard. I thought this was going to be a puff piece, but Savannah's like, no, we're going to go through it. We're going to go through the evidence. And every time you lie, we're going to pick it up. This is getting good. This is getting good. I'm hyped up for the next one tomorrow. This is good. Savannah's not letting her get through the BS. She's breaking it down. She's like, all right, we're going to go through this, baby. You want to come here and try to spin the BS? I got you, but we're going to go through this testimony.
And saying, oh, tell the world, Johnny Depp, I, a man, am a victim of domestic violence.
20-second clips or the transcripts of them
20-second clips
are
now.
not representative
Not transcripts of them.
Even the 2 hours or the 3 hours that those clips are excerpt from.
Could your side have just put the whole 3 hours in then?
I'm not a lawyer. As I testified to, I was talking in those recordings.
See, that's the interesting part. They could have put the 3 hours in, right? They could have done all this stuff, but they didn't. They didn't. And that's one thing that she just got her on, right? She kept saying, oh, it's only 10-second clips. Your lawyers could have put the whole thing in, but they didn't, right? They didn't. See, she's getting caught. She's getting caught. She's trying to spin it so much that she forgets that Savannah knows this is not her first rodeo. This is not her first rodeo.
I'm not a lawyer. As I testified to, I was talking in those recordings as a person in extreme amount of emotional, psychological, and physical distress.
No, you were an abuser. You were talking as an abuser. Let's just be clear.
Extreme amount of emotional, psychological, and physical distress.
He
And
says
it
he
doesn't-
never hit you.
He can't-
Never. Is
Yeah.
that a lie?
Yes, it is.
What about the witnesses who said they have seen you instigate physical violence?
I've seen firsthand
What
how
about the
people
witnesses?
will file rank and support the person they depend on.
Did they all come in and lie in court?
I am not here to call any of
Savannah's hitting her hard. Because these are the questions I would have asked her. Everybody's lying. She said, what about all these other people? All these other witnesses? Did they come to the court and just straight up lie? No, they didn't. They didn't, right? Now she's got to clean it up. So now I love what Savannah's doing. She hit her with the statements, right? You said this stuff. Oh, well, I got to clean it up. It's out of context. Well, you put in the context? Oh, well, I could have put in the context, but, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. Oh, but what about all the witnesses? Now, all the witnesses, now she's trying to clean that up. So let's see how she cleans up the fact that not only did she say she was abusing them, now we got all these witnesses. What's she going to say about all these witnesses? What do you guys think she's going to say about the witnesses? They're corrupt. I don't know.
how people will file rank and
They're
support
filing rank.
the person they depend on.
Did they all come in and lie in court?
I am not here to call any of his
The
witnesses,
witnesses.
any names. I'm here to just kind of talk about it from what it felt like for me as the person who sat there.
When I asked his lawyers, why do you think you won? And the answer I got was because she never took responsibility for anything she did.
This is a good
In
question.
the marriage.
Let's see.
I did do and say horrible, regrettable things throughout my relationship. I behaved in horrible, almost unrecognizable to myself ways. I have so much regret. I freely and openly,
Savannah don't believe
involuntarily
her. You can tell.
talked about what I did. I talked about the horrible language. I talked about being pushed to the extent where I didn't even know the difference between, right and wrong. I will always continue to feel like I was a part of this, like I was the other half of this relationship because
What
I
is
was.
she saying? What are you
And it
saying?
was ugly and could be very beautiful. It was very, very toxic. We were awful to each other. I made a lot of.
Now, I will say this, people. If she said that earlier, right? We were all, if that was the way she used in the trial, right? We were awful to each other. She may win. But that wasn't what she's saying. She said Johnny was the only bad one and I'm an angel. Now she's trying this again. She's trying to spin it.
A lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. But I've always told the truth.
Hurts lawyers.
A lot of mistakes, but I've always told the truth. It's so good to watch that. She couldn't get through this 10 minutes without lying. She couldn't get through the 10 minutes without lying. This was insane. So let's just go over the people who are being blamed. First, the jury. The jury is a problem, right? Oh my God, the jury. They violated their oath. They watched TikTok. Okay, number one. So TikTok is done. Number two, well, she blamed the people outside. The people outside. The people in the courtroom she blamed. Who else did she blame? Johnny Depp's lawyers. Johnny Depp's fame. She blamed. I'm talking about. She blamed everybody. They would say, "Well, did you do anything wrong?" Well, we were both bad to each other. This woman, she really thinks people believe her. She really thinks people will believe her. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This woman is mentally ill, people. This woman is sick. This is crazy. And we got another hour of this? They got an hour of this? I don't know, bro. And you know what? I got to give Savannah Guthrie some credit. She did not let her stay with the BS. She did not let her. She was challenging her. Here's the transcripts. This is what you said, right? You said this. You said this. So, you know, that's where we're at now. You said this. And now you're trying to pretend like you didn't say this. Why is she trying to gaslight us? Like we didn't watch the trial. This is crazy. I want to go back to this one part, though.
Differently.
When she pulls out the transcript.
Yes, it's freedom to.
The Depp lawyer said.
Hold on. I'm going to pull up the part when she pulls out the transcript.
Again.
Here it is.
I mean, this
Been made of.
Let's listen to this again, because I like when she pulled out the transcript, because she's lying so much that she's trying to pretend like we don't have any evidence of her lying. She's like, I went up there and told the truth. But when you pull out the transcript, you know it's obvious she's lying. She's even lying now. Why can't she stop?
These audio tapes, they were first leaked online after being
Don't
edited.
shade on the audio
What
tapes.
you would hear in those clips are not evidence of what was happening. It was evidence of a negotiation of how to talk about that with.
Not evidence of what was happening. Evident, like me saying, yeah, I punched you in the face. Yeah, I start physical fights. Those were negotiations. Those, like, she really thinks we're buying this. She's trying to relitigate the case on today.
Your abuser.
But I am looking at a transcript that he says, you start physical fights and you say, physical fight. I can't promise you I won't get physical again. I mean, this is in black and white. I understand context. But you're testifying and you're just telling me today, I never started a physical fight. And here you are on tape saying you did.
Boom, right? Boom. Any rational person would be like, well, sometimes I did, blah, 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 blah. Boom, right? We got it here in black and white. This is what the hell you said. Now let's see. Let's see if her excuse convinces us anything.
It testified on the stand about this, is that when your life is at risk, not only will you take the blame for things that you shouldn't take the blame for, but when you're in an abusive dynamic, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, you don't have the resources that, say, you or I do with the luxury of saying, hey, this is black and white.
But now you see something? She just admitted that she has the resources that this doesn't apply. Like, she built up that whole thing and it said, if you don't have the resources like you and I do, essentially saying that everything she said, the reason why this doesn't make this, the reason why she's saying that we shouldn't trust the fact what she said on those tapes, she just literally just said, well, but I have the resources to overcome that. So why didn't you? Why didn't you overcome it then? Right? If this doesn't apply to you, why are you even telling us this story? Does this make any sense?
It's anything but when you're living in it.
But then there are other times, there's another tape where you're taunting him and saying, oh, tell the world, Johnny Depp.
Tell the world.
Man, I'm a victim of domestic violence.
20-second clips or the transcripts of them are not representative of even the 2 hours.
Now it's just
or
a
the
20-second
3
clip,
hours that
right?
Those clips are excerpts.
It's a small little clip.
Could your side have just put the whole 3 hours in? Then?
Yes.
I'm not a lawyer. As I testified to, I was talking in those recordings.
You see, he's like, well, your side could have put the whole thing in, right? Well, now, hold on. Well, I'm not a lawyer now. But before you just said it was a 20-second clip. Now we said your lawyer, you could have put the whole thing in, but now you're saying, I'm not a lawyer, so I really don't know. What? It's like a snake. She's twisting and turning, trying to keep the lie alive.
As a person, an extreme amount of emotional, psychological, and physical distress.
Psychological, and physical.
He says he never hit you.
He
never. Is that a lie?
Yes, it is.
What about the witnesses who said they have seen you instigate physical violence?
I've seen firsthand how people will file rank and support the person they depend on.
Did they all come in and lie in court?
I am not here to call any of his witnesses any names. I'm here to just kind of talk about it from what it felt like for me as a person.
But you know why? You know why she's not there calling those witnesses out? It's because there were so many. There were over 20 witnesses. 20 witnesses on Depp's side that said what she said is not true. 20. That's a lot of witnesses. That's a lot of witnesses. And look at this. We this was just 10 minutes. And we got an hour of this. What the hell's going on? Right? We got an hour of this. Crazy. Unbelievable. Why does she think she can lie to us like that? Let me get to these super chats. Why does she think she can lie to us like that? This is crazy. Let's see who added to the they are lying pile next week. Everyone. Well, that's what she's saying. Everyone's a liar. Everyone's lying. Everyone's corrupt. She's the only right now at his first 10 minutes. The only thing we got is she's the only person that is good. She's the only person that doesn't lie. She's the perfect person. That's what she's saying, right? And everybody else is wrong. That didn't win the case. That's not going to win this. That's a losing argument. We don't believe you because of the evidence. And now I got to give Savannah Guthrie something. She gave her the evidence, right? And look at her excuse. Well, it was out of context. All right. Well, they could have put the context in. Well, my lawyers did about. Well, what about Johnny? Well, so it's always someone else's fault. I just don't know why. Why can't she understand that that's just not. No one's going to believe that, Amber. You have to take some responsibility. That's why you lost. If there's any legal consequences for this interview, yes, she is, I think, making more. She's essentially saying defamation again. This is, again, defamation. This is, I think, again, defamation. I think she's defaming him again by saying she was telling the truth, right? I stand behind these statements. Essentially, she's defaming him again. I know it's poor taste, but I'm not lying to, okay. But if I lied, it's the whole OJ. If I would have killed her, this is how the way to do it. Hell, you would think after losing so much money in this, she might be able to act sad. I guess not. No, she's not able to act sad. She's not able to act sad. Yeah, she's going to appeal. Hollywood. Of course she's going to appeal. I would appeal too. Blame Dragnot. Damn allies were colluding with Johnny. Yeah. That's what she wants to do. Again, thank you, Stokes Stepped On and B. Thank you for the 50s for the generous super chat. This is insane. Yeah. That she just doesn't live in the same reality as the rest of the world. She doesn't. The trial was fair. But that's the problem. Amber Heard is the gift that keeps on giving. I should say the grift that keeps on. Oh my God, we still got another 2 days of it. This is just 10 minutes. You got a whole hour of this stuff, and we get another 10 minutes tomorrow. Let's see what she says. This is really so bad. Thank you, Amber. Thank you for giving us this gift of entertainment for the next couple of days, because I was worried. I was like, my God, I'm looking for video ideas. I got all these other topics coming up, but then Amber Heard comes in, speaks more lies. I'm like, oh, this is so fantastic. Continue to speak the lies so we can break them down. Britt Carver says, the more this woman talks, the more I think Dr. Curry is a genius. The doctor could not have been more right than when she nailed her personality. Yes, exaggeration, not taking responsibility. She got her. My dog stepped on a bee. When is surviving AH coming to Netflix? My dog stepped on a bee. That's funny. Obviously, it's Trump's fault. Yeah, that's what the op-ed for. So everybody understands. They wrote the op-ed as a Trump hit piece, so that's also part of this. I blame hummingbirds, those shifty birds, or maybe something. Why is she blaming everybody? So the people who were on the sidewalks during the trial, Amber said, "It's your fault I lost because you guys were cheering for Johnny Depp." This woman is sick. And, one thing that makes me laugh, too, about this is that in the UK trial, they did the same thing, too. The people were cheering for Johnny and, booing her. And she won. She didn't blame them. But now she lost. It's those people. Crazy, right? Isn't this about Amber Heard? It's about saving me, too. That's an interesting point. It could be. Oh, my God. Did she just take her scarf down and smile at the photographers walking into the UK courtroom? Yes. More important to be seen than safe. Sickening. Ugh. Wait, you mean Johnny's hands aren't scissors? Yeah, right? The Johnny was, they were so good. What did she say about the scissor hand? I got to listen to the scissor hand thing again. The scissor hand thing was funny. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
More I wish I could say yes.
Find that Ms.
Washington Post op-ed.
Where's the scissor hands?
And pieces of evidence
That is not admissible.
say his lawyers did certainly a better job of distracting the jury from the real issues.
For some people, they just were frankly disgusted by the whole thing
Yeah,
and
yeah.
don't have much sympathy for either one of you.
That's what they said.
Can you understand that?
Absolutely. I would not blame the average person for looking at
I'm trying to find the
Hollywood
scissor hands.
brats at their. It's actually so much bigger than that. First Amendment rights. You know,
was First
go
Amendment?
into a crowded theater.
I'm trying to find the scissor
My
hands part.
understanding of what that means is
But truth is the word.
yes.
And that was
price. Convince the world he had scissors for fingers.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
The price.
So let's listen to this part. This is the
in
scissor
the
hands
closing
part.
arguments. The Depp lawyer said,
This is
called
crazy.
your testimony the performance of a lifetime, and said you were acting.
Yep.
What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Look at her face there. I'm gonna put her on screen. Look at that face. She thinks she's made some monster point. Like, look, gotcha. He convinced people he had scissors for hands. That was a movie. He was playing a role in the movie. Nobody thinks you can swim underwater for hours. Nobody thinks you're a mirror. You didn't convince people you came from Atlantis, right? That was a movie role. Like, oh yeah, he convinced he had scissors for fingers. She really thinks that's a point. Crazy, right? It shows you she doesn't understand what she's saying. She's just saying stuff just to say it. Edward Scissorhands? You're bringing up a movie from 20 years ago. What's wrong with you? Accountability and logic. Amber Heard's kryptonite. Amen to that. Message to Amber Heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Brit Cometer. Is this not defamation? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's a crazy good lawyer. Convinced people they had scissors for hands. She said Camille convinced everybody. What did Edward? Now you guys make me look up. When did Edward Scissorhands come out? That's it. Like Edward Scissorhands. Like when did that movie come out? 1990. That movie came out in 1990. What's it? 1990, 2000, 2010. That's 32 years ago, right? 32 years ago. What? She's referencing a movie from 32 years ago. He did. Scissors for fingers. What the hell? She really went there. Like, this is comedy. Oh my God. You don't know. Oh, they said a performance of a lifetime. They didn't say it was good. That's true. Question. Could the interview like this result in any type of injunction? Yes. If you guys don't remember for the Cardi B case, the person who was defaming Cardi B, who found her to be defaming, kept defaming her afterwards. So then the court gave her an injunction where the person can't say it anymore. And if the person does say it, then the person can be arrested. So yeah, that's possible. No one believes you, Amber. That's true. That's absolutely true. I don't. Yes, please don't tell me Johnny doesn't have scissors for fingers. The lawyer convinced us that he's actually Edward Scissorhands from 32 years ago. The lawyers got convinced us that Johnny had scissors for hands. This woman is really sick. This woman is sick. Like, what? No, what? No. They didn't convince us that. They convinced us you're a liar. That's what they convinced us of. Oh my God, he's going to get sued again at this rate. John O'Brien, yes. Savannah gets all the credit for not laughing. I would have been laughing too. I didn't realize, really. But Savannah came with the transcripts, right? She came with the transcripts. Savannah's not playing no games. I just want to watch this, see what Savannah hits her. Amber about to sue Savannah for this abuse. Thanks for the super sticker, Terry. We might not always agree politically, but I love me some Nate. Keeping it up, bro. Yeah, but hey, I'm middle of the road politically, but thank you for that. And that's what this is. My channel's always been. We don't gotta agree, right? And if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, show me I'm wrong, and I'm gonna say it, right? So it's not about. But go tuck another one, brother. My new favorite face. Yeah, that was a good one. I don't even know where that came from for me, but I was watching it. He was just going crazy. I'm laughing off Nate, this fake victim. She is a fake victim. She's still trying to. That's the part that's killing me here. She's still trying to convince us she's a victim, and Savannah's been hitting her with the evidence. Like, this is all the evidence. It's not saying you're a victim. It's saying you're an abuser, and her response to that is not convincing at all. Moving the goalpost. Yes, she has been moving it like crazy. Why isn't Amber owning these things in the story? Even as abused, right? Like, she's saying, when you are abused, not when Johnny abused me. Strange. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but yeah. Because she's saying when you are abused, not when Johnny abused me. Because I think she knows Johnny didn't abuse her. And I know she's trying to run it. She knows she's running the game. Nate, you're the best. Thanks, Will. Thanks. The biggest crime is how there are only 300 odd likes on this stream. Only 300 likes? I thought I got 14, 15,000 people watching. Only 300 likes? Damn. I must have not been doing a good job. Could you guys just do me one little quick favor? Just tap that like button and tap that subscribe button, and that'll be great. If you choose to, if you like this content, if you're going to be back here tomorrow, please do it so you can at least get the updates, right? You do click it and click that bell to know that I'm going live, because we're doing this tomorrow, people, and we're going to be doing this again on Friday. We're watching the whole thing. We're going to watch her destroy her career and all her credibility. My Lord, this is hard to watch. Very cringe. I know. This is about this. Thanks, Mitzi, for the super sticker. Amber really thought she was doing something smart with this interview. Yeah, she's just making it even worse. Savannah's not bullying what she is selling. She's not buying what she's selling. Amber's, no, she's not. I thought it was going to be a puff piece. This was not a puff piece, people. It looks like she's going in hard. Savannah's not falling for the bullshit. But Amber wanted the U.S. to make emphasis about her 10-second video of Johnny slamming cabinets. Very good point, Jay. Very good point. She used that 20-second video of him slamming cabinets as he's an abuser. They used 20 seconds and give them the whole video, right? Her team could have put the whole 3 hours in and chose not to. And Savannah caught her on that. Watch her chin every time she lies and lifts it when she acknowledges truth. I like that. I'm not a body language person, but I like that. Who on her team let her do this interview? She was her own worst enemy, and she's doing it again. Amen to that. Yeah, she's crazy. Maybe she should change her name to Sybil. Not sure the reference. Nate, hearing you laugh, this makes my day. This makes my day. This is funny. This is great. This is honestly insane. This woman is insane. She's trying to sell us BS, and we all know it's BS. That's the problem. Nate, at times she started a fight and hit him. I truly believe she wanted to provoke Johnny enough to hit her, and she could charge him with assault and have real proof. Unfortunately for her, Johnny left. Now, I do want to say this, as disclaimer. I have talked to people with Johnny's camp on the inside who knows about this, and I don't want to go talk about the stuff that we really spoke about off the record, but there's a lot more people don't know. And from my understanding and from the evidence that I was shown, that didn't come into the trial, she was setting this up before they got divorced. And she was doing things to try to set up this narrative. And if you guys want, just because I don't want to give too much away, because I want to make sure that I keep the person's confidence. But remember in the trial when the security guy was like, before they got divorced, when the security guy, when she first bruised up his face and he had like a black eye, and the security guy was like, we got to take pictures of this. And Johnny was like, why? And they were like, well, because I know for a fact she is going to do this. She is going to make this claim, and she's going to try to cancel you. So we need evidence to make sure. And that was before they got divorced and all this stuff went down. And the reason why that security guard was doing that was because she had done other things previously to let them know that, trying to set things up, this abuse scenario up. So they had suspected this may happen before. So that's some of the things that people don't know. And unfortunately, Amber knows that was the reason why they were documenting her abuse to Johnny, because they knew that she was going to pull something like this, and they knew that she was, honestly, trying to set this narrative up. So it's now, after the trial and hearing from the inside, it's interesting to hear that how this kind of developed from the stuff that we didn't know. And I hate speaking like this about secret evidence and all that stuff, but it was definitely, I was on a couple of phone calls this week, and it was made very clear that there was so much that if you guys really know everything that was kind of played out, you guys will see it's even worse than what we saw in the trial was bad, but there's a lot of stuff that's even worse behind the scenes that we didn't see. So, but hopefully I can get that person on, and we can talk about it. Can the jurors unite a lawsuit against Amber Heard? No, because you can't defame an aggregate group if she accused the jurors of misconduct. Yeah, if she accused a particular one, yes, but you can't defame generally you can't defame an aggregate group. But we'll see. Every state is different, but generally groups you can't defame, people you can. I'm surprised the mainstream media is challenging her rather than kissing her butt. Good interview. I like the questions, Savannah. The real Amber Heard is the evidence in the audio. Isn't the evidence in the audios? Yes. Stepped on a B. Yes. This wasn't a puff piece. This was not a puff piece. They are not playing games. Super chat for the super wonderful energy. If Amber has a personality disorder, she really can't control her behavior, which is scary, especially because she has a child. Yeah. That's just imagine how scary this is. I usually start all my negotiations with a punch to the face. Oh yeah. She wanted us to believe that the short audio of him moaning was evidence of abuse. Yes, Secret Squirrel is correct. Yes, but any other is out of context. Yes. And she was the one that's putting all these small clips, right? She was the one putting all these small clips. Refreshing to see the mainstream media heard of the fact. Everybody's like shocked at the mainstream media. They're like, we can't believe this. But Savannah wasn't letting it go. Savannah was like, no. This is not going to be one of those interviews. We're going to get into this, girl. JD should tell her, if you get some serious help, I'll wipe away $1 million for every year of therapy. She seriously needs help. Dr. Curry was spot on. Yes. Amen. Thanks for the super serious. That's a great point. $5. The police, the doorman, TMZ guy were not paid by Johnny. All her witnesses were paid. Or her sister. That's facts. She had no live witnesses other than paid witnesses and her sister. She needs that cognitive dissonance. She can't say they are liars because she knows she's a liar. Amen to that. When Cosby had 20 witnesses, Amber equals 3,000 Karens. I want to hear that part again. I like to see this part because I'm honestly shocked that Savannah went to the transcript. Hold on. Let me pull out what she went to the transcript. Because this is the part where she's trying to BS everybody.
These audio tapes, they were first leaked online after being edited. What you would hear in those clips are not evidence of what was happening. It was evidence of a negotiation of how to talk about that with your abuser.
But I am looking at a transcript that says, he says, you start physical fights, and you say, I did start a physical fight. I can't promise you I won't get physical again. I mean, this is in black and white. I understand context. But you're testifying and you're just telling me today, I never started a physical fight, and here you are on tape saying you did.
That is what we're talking about, right? That's shocking to me. She didn't let her gaslight her. She said, no, we're going to go to this. You said this, you testified to this, but this is on tape. Here's the evidence. It's obvious this is a lie. What do you have to say to this? Now listen to her answer, right? Right? Because essentially she's lying. We know she's lying, right? We got the tape. We heard what you said. We know about context, but you said this. Why is it a lie?
I testified on the stand about this.
I testified on the stand about this.
When your life is at risk,
her life is at
only will
risk.
you take the blame for things
That's why
that
she's
you
lying.
shouldn't take the blame for, but when you're in an abusive dynamic, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, you don't have the resources that, say, you or I do with.
So remember, she said, you don't have the resources, but then listen what she says right after that. She's going to kill her own argument. So she says, when you're in this relationship with all this, you don't have the resources.
You don't have the resources that say you or I do with the luxury of saying, hey, this is black and white.
You see? So she's double talking herself here. It's like, I was in this relationship, but then, but generally people don't have the resources that you and I do. So everything she said doesn't even apply to her. I don't think she even understands what she's saying. I think she's just saying it, trying to convince us of a lie. And that's what happens.
Because it's anything but when you're living in it.
But then there are other times, there's another tape where you're taunting him and saying, oh, tell the world, Johnny Depp, I, a man, am a victim of domestic violence.
20-second clips or the transcripts of them are not representative of even the 2 hours or the 3 hours that those clips are excerpt from.
Could your side have just put the whole 3 hours in then?
Yes.
I'm not a lawyer. As I testify,
You see how they cut that off? You see how they cut that? Because they could have. They could have put the 3 hours in. Right? They could have put the 3 hours in. Busted. Right? Cut. You could have put the 3 hours in. You did. Right? Look at the way she look at the way it caught. Watch. This is the best part about it. Watch how when she challenges her with this. Watch how she gets tripped up with her speech. Watch how she. This is I didn't mean to catch her like this, but watch how she fumbles over words. It's hilarious because she knows she's caught. Here we go.
2 hours or the 3 hours that those clips are excerpt from.
Could your side have just put the whole 3 hours in then?
I'm not a lawyer. As I testified to, I was.
Yeah. You could have put you could have put it in. This one says for 199 she lost her case and now she's losing this interview. Sure, Amber. Yeah. Savannah Guthrie's pulling her best Camille Vasquez impression, right? She's like, hold on. Let's go through this. And we haven't even, and just imagine, people, we haven't even touched I was abused on day one. And day two, I'm in a backless dress at a premiere, right? We haven't even gone into that. So we got a lot. So I want to see how Savannah handles that because we know now Savannah is challenging her on the lies. Savannah Guthrie is challenging her on the lies. We know that now. And we also know that she's prepared, right? So I'm assuming they're going to go into that. Well, you said you were bruised and here's the pictures. There's no bruises. What do you say to that? Maybe she thinks she is filming a movie with the leading role. Maybe. Scott Ducey says, who do you think is advising her? Lawyers or publicists? Don't forget, she's trying to get a job after this. I think that's what she's trying to do. Not all Depp witnesses were dependent on him. No, of course not. Don't forget, her former assistant testified. Her former nurse testified. They were being paid by her, not by Depp. So she's just lying when she says that. Were the medical records pics, police reports, if he hits you, and SA. Come on, stop. Yeah, she has nothing. She has nothing. But again, this is not because she's telling the truth. She's trying to spin it for us, and we know it. But the problem is the facts. She's got a problem with the facts. What, if anything, you are delusional and lie? Stepped on the B. You got to stop making me laugh. Stepped on the B is killing me here. Maybe she's looking at this like her 15 minutes of fame as a lead role in real life. Scary. Maybe. But don't forget, people, she's playing a dangerous game. Just imagine if Johnny Depp was arrested for SA, right? Let's say if he got arrested for SA, think about, he could be doing years of his life in prison if people believe what she was saying. That's the part that I think people don't realize. She's essentially saying that he should be in jail for a long. The guy's 60 years old, like 50, 60 years old. It's almost a life sentence if he gets right. So the implications of what she's saying has real world consequences, and the fact that we know that she's lying about them, that's what the backlash is, because you tried to not destroy somebody's career, but you tried to destroy their life. I think that's the backlash, and she doesn't understand it. She may never understand it, but that's what everybody's upset about. You are absolutely the best. Thank you, Juliana. Amber takes the getting all my life and press towards. Yes. I don't know. I don't know why she, like, the whole I treat them as synonyms. I don't know. She's crazy. Go back and look. Look, she names all the abusers but SA. All the abuse but SA. Just like Rottenborn. She's trying to distance herself from the op-ed headline. She's trying to, but it's hers though, because that's what she's saying, and that's why she lost. New Australian explanation: Johnny cut his own finger on his scissor hand. That's why she about the scissor hands. He convinced the world he had scissors for hands. But 30 years ago, that movie was 32 years ago. What? Like the Edward Scissorhands thing? Like, why did she bring that up? I'm not even going to, let me just, whatever. Black Belt Barrister has created a petition. Yes, I signed it. Black Belt Barrister. Nate, saving this. Your laughter is beautiful. My smile is so big. Thank you. Thank you. This is a horrible tragedy, but we're watching it. So he is guilty because he used to be a barber and murder people. Oh, yeah. He was Sweeney Todd, too. And Ichabod Crane, right? It's crazy. He convinced people he was a pirate in Pirates of the Caribbean. She's crazy. She is crazy. The woman who lived below made these people into pie. That is why he was never caught. Yeah, Johnny's a murderer and he has scissors for hands. How is it possible no one told a girl no to this interview? Such a bad luck career. Nate, have a great day. I don't think anybody's going to tell her that. I don't think anybody's going to tell her. Savannah came at her Chris Hansen style with the transcripts. Yeah. She was like, bitch, you lying. Let's go. Let me pull up the transcripts here. Savannah wasn't having it. I got on this interview. This is going to be crazy. Oh my God. That's why A thinks he cut his own finger off. No, she wants you to believe that. Thanks for the $1 super. She wants you to believe that. She looks like she has bruises on her cheeks now. She does. That's true. Let me scroll that back. She does. But if this was the case, she'd be able to be using this. Look, I'm gonna be using now. Let's look at her cheeks. Yeah, she does. She does. But she's got makeup. Maybe for all I know, she's got a broken nose, 2 black eyes, and she's just been through like a car accident, right? She says her makeup is so good that it makes her look like this, even though she's been beaten with sticks and all. It's crazy. She is never learning to sets herself up for new defamation trial. Just wait until 8:40. Oh, well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Those eyebrows are closed. Those eyebrows are closing in on mommy dearest territory. She's delusional, bro. She's delusional. Michelle says, I think you missed my chat before. She lowers her chin. Yeah. I read this. She lowers her chin every time she lies. Go back and watch, right? Here, let me look. But I could, to be honest with you, I don't know when she's lying or not now, right? I have to kind of look at her body language, the whole thing. But I'll check it out. I'll go back and look though. I got the super chat before. Did you catch her say, with your abuser, not with my abuser? Words matter. Wow. She did say that. I can't scrub the video, but she did say that. Yeah. Especially with liars. Yes, her body language during the pause of after Scissorhands. She thought she made some crazy point, right? She was like, and she convinced her he had scissors for hands. Yeah, she thought she was making some elaborate point. Amber Heard and Justice Smollett would make a nice couple. Yeah, the liars. That's the movie, The Liars. How does she not realize how she's coming across to everyone? Because she thinks she's doing this because she thinks she can convince you. She could convince the jury. Now she's trying to convince us, right? That the jury was corrupt. The people outside caused her to lose, all this stuff. And she's trying to convince us. She's trying to talk to us directly. This is her last gasp. Who will get the publishing rights to AH's upcoming book, If I Hit Him? It is it still a punch? If I hit him, is it still a punch? Yeah, I don't know. This is insane. Just to watch it, it's like it's insane. It's insane. Correct me if I'm wrong, but let's say the jury did look at SM. Surely they saw JD lost in the UK would not have swayed in his favor. So correct me if I'm wrong, but let's say the jury did look at SM. Surely, right? They saw that JD lost in the UK would that not have swayed them in her favor? Oof, I don't know. The reason why is that certain things can't come in that are too prejudicial in a trial. The reason why that didn't come in is because of multiple different reasons, right? It's UK is a different system, different laws, different everything. So that may be unprejudicial that, yes, even though she won in the UK, it's so much easier to win there, or even though she lost in the UK, that would improperly influence the jury. That's why, for instance, her domestic violence arrest didn't come in. The incident came in, but the judge wouldn't allow them to say Amber Heard was arrested for domestic violence, which is a true statement. And the reason why they wouldn't let her say that is because they thought it would be too prejudicial for Amber. If the jury heard you were arrested for beating up your ex-wife, the inference would be that she obviously beat up Johnny. So that's the tug and play here with the UK case. Sybil is about a woman with multiple personalities. Oh, thank you. Now I got the reference. Everyone loves someone who can't admit their mistakes, aka not heard. That's true. This is a softball interview, but Amber Heard is just too bad. She can't even pull this one off. It is a softball. They're trying. It's a softball in a sense, but they are hitting them though. She's hitting her. Softball, but it's not letting her get away with the BS. I hope Savannah asks Amber Heard why she's unwilling to get sober and support JD getting sober. Instigator, enabler, abuser, framer. Yes. It's a beautiful super chat. Thank you for the super sticker, Diane. JD did not agree to Amber Heard blackmail, so she followed through. Now has backfired on her. And Amber Heard lawyers lied on day one about EB not being in court for opening statements. Yes. And lying for her now on TV. Yes. Well, I don't think they would call it lying, but they'd say it's a embellishment. It's an embellishment. She needs to leave Johnny and the jury alone. Well, she's trying to sell us a story, people. This woman is desperate to sell us a story. That's what's going on. And she's desperate. She wants Aquaman too. She wants the career back. But don't forget, she's done all this to herself. Nobody did. If she doesn't write that op-ed, we're not here. If she doesn't do the stuff in the UK, we're not here. She had ability to take $7 million and go on with her life. She did. And now she's paying for that. Why haven't more people been holding this verdict as proof that some people lie? Doesn't undermine Me Too, because Amber lied and she was held accountable. Yeah, and Me Too is for abusers. She's the abuser. She's not Me Too. Me Too is Johnny. Not Me Too is not Amber. This makes Me Too stronger, not weaker. Yes, but you have to accept, for that to be true, you have to accept the fact that Amber is the abuser and Johnny's the victim. Reality dose. Yesterday, she called JD's witnesses randos. Today she says, I'm not here to call witnesses any names. I didn't catch that, but you're right. That's exactly what she said to that, right? You're either being with me or I destroy you. You're either being with me or destroy you. Yeah. This is true. I didn't even realize this, but yes, yesterday she was calling them randos. Now she doesn't want to call them anything. And that's in the same thing. I testified about this in her words. Equates to I trying to convince us we didn't hear what we heard. I believe my lying ears. Thanks. Yes, she's saying my testimony is evidence, but it's not. It wasn't believed. He convinced us he had scissors for hands, not fingers. She just can't stop lying. You're the man, Nate. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, she can't. I think she's stuck, and she knows it's not about whether it's a lie or not at this point. It's whether or not you can admit to the lie, because if you can't admit to the lie, right? If let's say she comes out and says, as an example, I lied about the essay, I think that destroys her career too, and she knows it. So she's just trying to get something. She's trying to say, well, even if you believe it's a lie, nobody can really prove it's a lie. And that's what she's trying to go to. But the fact of the matter is Johnny Depp did prove it was a lie. Where do you go from here? Because I think her career is destroyed. Her career is gone. I'm 59 and AH is a mother. Now, I know why my family of origin is chaotic. May my mom rest in peace. She was a monster in her life. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Diana. I'm sorry to hear that. AH is the personification of gaslighting. Yes. That's exactly what she's doing here. She's gaslighting the shit out of us. She cannot seem to comprehend that the best thing she can do for herself is shut the blank up and move on quietly. Hope everyone forgets. That's what she should do. Thanks, Tina. Question, Nate. Do they go back to the VA court for appeal? Yes, they're going back to Virginia for appeal. Yes. And I'll be covering that appeal too. Love you, Nate. Thanks for the coverage. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Thanks, Nate. As a survivor, I find these interview snippets too triggering to watch without your commentary to keep me grounded. She is so offensive. Yes. As you know, I would be mad if as a victim of DV or something like that. This would be upsetting to watch somebody using something like this, right, to try to advance their career, right? It's disgusting. I need Savannah to bring up that AA is the only one who has been arrested for domestic violence. I don't know if she's going to go there. I would go there, though. Isn't it true you were arrested for domestic violence, right? Yes. How would she respond to that? That's what we got to watch the hour. I get the feeling that the media is trying to drop her like a hot potato. I think I'm getting that too. From this interview. It's like things are changing because Savannah's good, but she's dropping bombs on her. Cops paid by Depp. That's what she wants us to believe, right? Amber's a 35-year-old and talked about a movie from 32 years ago. She thought he had scissors for hands and is projecting them on everyone. Possibly, right? She probably saw Johnny Depp. Oh, the guy had real scissors for hands. That was stupid. I don't know why. She's 30. Yeah, right. She's 35. She told me that movie from 32 years ago. I wonder how much NBC paid Amber Heard for this exclusive interview. They flew her out in a private jet. That they are milking for a week primetime advertising. She needs money. Yeah, she does. All of the law tubers, Nate is the most hilarious. He talks and reacts to things the way me and my buddies would sit around and do. Don't change, man. Hey, I'm just being me, bro. It's just like, I'm watching this and feeling the same way. So you getting, there's no reason to censor it, right? This is the way I feel. So it is what it is. Thank you. I think she's a liar. And at the beginning, I thought she was truthful. Like I thought she was telling the truth, and I thought Johnny Depp was an abuser. But as I always say, evidence should drive the analysis. When I got the evidence, things changed. She can change my mind again if she brings some evidence, but she doesn't have any, and I haven't seen it. If this went the other way, she wanted to, wouldn't she be out promoting this interview? Instead, she's silent. That's true. I think this interview didn't go the way she wanted it to. Why don't believe you? You need more people, Jay-Z. AH admitted to JD on the phone that she did all of the abuse, afraid of being evicted from Laura. Yes, I heard that video. I heard that audio. The Laura Weissler and the audio and extortion letter. You made my day. I'm laughing out loud. You're right. So people don't know. She did say that she was afraid of being kicked out and was making all these statements. So yes, that is true. There's audio out there. I'll see if I can find that audio, but I got to listen to it. But I heard that part where she was trying to she was afraid that they were. And he was like, "Why would you do that? I'm not going to kick you out. You can stay as long as you need to. Obviously, I'm not that type of person." So yeah, Amber Heard cannot be fixed by therapy. She's a narcissist and therefore had no empathy. She's always manipulative, revised history, blame shifts, and gaslights. God help her daughter. Yes. Hey, your speech preaching to the choir right now. He convinced the world he has an animated Don't start. Yes, he convinced the world he got scissors for hands. Crazy. Or she's always looks like she got caught. Or she always looks like she just caught a beating. Yeah, maybe that's true. I wonder if they'll cancel the full-hour interview after seeing how bad the public reaction is. We're just watching it, right? Maybe they may, right? And she still has yet to mention all those women for whom she was heartbroken, and saying an average person as if she is above everyone. Yeah. Let me not even start with this. Maybe people didn't tell her no, but she thinks she's a better actor than Depp. She still thinks she can dupe everybody. Yeah. All right, people. Well, listen, I'm close to the end of the super chats. Just letting everybody know I'm going to be out of here soon because I have a hard 11 o'clock appointment. So I'm going to read as many as I can, and then I'm going to have to get out of here. So if I don't get to your super chat, I am so sorry. But I'm gonna try to speed read through the rest of these. So if something comes in, I'll try to get to it. If I can't get to it, I'm so sorry. But let's get it. Remember, so we're at rapid fire now. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Boom. Amber during the trial used a bruise kit. I'm a black woman. She using makeup, my color, to look like she's been abused. That's what the theory is, and I think there's some truth to that. The sister hands moment is so Zoolander-esque. A rehab laugh out loud. Yeah, the ever sister hands comment is crazy. I'm going to definitely clip that. That's definitely got to be clipped. Amazing that she's doing an interview with 2 black eyes, a broken nose. You people are stone cold. That's true, right? She looked the same, even if it did happen before. Now I get it. Johnny convinced Amber he had scissor fingers. She got mad when she found out the truth and attacked him. You don't have scissors for hands. Your lawyers tricked me. 32 years ago. Hey Nate, love the content. I'm self-studying for the LSAT using Magoosh. Taking it in October. Any tips? Yes. Do the multiple choice. It's all about practice. The more questions you do, the better you'll become. Practice. The LSAT is about how you. It's not about the question itself. It's just about experience in taking the question. The more experience you have, the better you'll be. If JD never had the resources or money, he might be in jail or charged with his BS as a regular John Doe. Yes, who probably has no choice, has no chance to win. I'm LOL with you, Nate. Yeah. If Johnny doesn't have the money, he loses. He loses bad, and he could go to jail. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp, a man, has scissors for hands. This scissors hands thing is gonna blow up. This is going viral. The scissors hand thing is going viral. If I hit him, OJ style, right? Yeah, OJ. That is him. If I hit him, he would have cut me with his scissor hands. Are Amber and Steve related? She's clearly mentally ill. At this point, I think she really believes what she's saying. She can't. If she does, she's an idiot. She can't. Nate, if I were Savannah, I would have asked her, if you were in an abusive relationship, why didn't you leave? And number 2, or there were tapes that he tried to leave and you refused to let him leave. Yes. So what Mark is saying is that there were tapes where he was trying to leave, where Johnny Depp was saying literally, I'm trying to leave. And she was saying, I don't like it when you leave. When you leave, that's what causes the fight. When you leave, that's what chases me to essentially abuse you. So Mark is right. Every time she tried to start a fight, he would leave. And that would make her mad. And even the one where that she punched him in the face, that was because he was trying to leave a fight. So this is 110% correct. Every time he tried to leave, she was the one trying to fight. Slight correction. Donate her $7 million and move on with her life. She wanted nothing. Well, now she's got to donate it back to Johnny because that's what they gave her back to $7 million. Saddest is she's going to be the most famous for her lies. Heal and move on. Let's all hope for her and her precious child. Yeah, that's the part. I feel for the child. Nate the lawyer, but Amber Heard didn't win in the UK. The Sun News was able to prove that they somewhat reasonably believed Amber Heard lies. Yeah, but she's saying that's a win for her, which you're right. It's not true. It was the Sun one. What does gaslighting mean? Let me give you the full definition of gaslighting for people who don't know. Let me pull it up. So gaslighting definition is to manipulate someone by psychological means into questioning their own sanity. That's gaslighting. So hopefully that's a good enough definition. Manipulating someone with psychological means to make them question their own sanity. That's what she's doing. She's making us question our own sanity by telling us these unbelievable lies. Do you think the mainstream media and the usual suspects will go after Savannah? No, because I think Savannah's big enough where you can't go after her, and she's a woman. That's why I think the way she's hitting her is good. Nate, what are Amber's grounds for appeal? Number one, the statements are actually true and no reasonable jury as a matter of law. So the statement's true as a matter of law. Two, that this is collateral estoppel. Essentially that this has all been litigated before in the UK, and Johnny's just relitigating it, which I think is it's a nonsense claim. And I think three, she's going to do maybe some procedural stuff, some evidence didn't come in and that type of stuff. So I think those are the general three things. But we'll see. We'll see what she writes up there. I think they have 30 days, so we'll see. She said that she's doing this interview because Depp's team did an interview, but Elaine started the whole media rubbish, right? Why do chickens cross the road? To get away from Amber Heard. Oh yeah. So again, she wants. It's part of that. I want to make myself look good, so I'm doing this interview to correct the lies of the legal team. But they were the ones that started off with the lies. Off topic. Have you heard Horato Sands SNL case? Kevin Spacey in the UK. Gerald Marie case. Check them out. I will actually check them out. I did hear the Kevin Spacey stuff. It's crazy. A narcissist will never admit she's wrong in anything. Sociopaths are made due to their environment and experiments. Hence, her past as a child. Yeah, she's definitely a narcissist. She stands by her testimony that she was abused. Yes. Then she says both of them were toxic and hate each other. Yes. You cannot be a victim and an abuser. That's what her therapist said too. JD shouldn't respond publicly, but should go after every penny of the $2 million. Actually, it's $10 million, like a rabid dog. This should come as a warning to all men to think with their brains and not with their. And I think that's what happened with Johnny. Amber Heard is SJW, and like all of them, she doesn't understand why we don't believe her. I think she understands. I don't think she wants to understand. She started to sound less and less human. Yeah, at Nate the Lawyer, when she says the laser for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers, your immediate reaction was priceless. Yeah, it's just she's crazy. It's crazy. It's think about her. She's insane. And last super chat of the day. Thank you, Peter. To be fair, on the Sitting Heads comment, I think Amber Heard is saying Johnny is a much better actor than her. Most honest Amber Heard statement. Oh yeah, that is an honest Amber Heard statement. Well, listen, guys, thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow. Let's watch the madness again. We have part 3 of this thing, and then I'm going to see you Friday, and we're going to watch the whole hour. We're going to see if the mainstream media holds their feet to the fire. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this interview. Did you think? I really want to know. Do you think Savannah Gumphrey, I think in it, but do you think Savannah is hitting her hard? Do you think this is a good interview? I think, and I'm going to give Savannah the benefit of the doubt. The questions I heard today make me want to watch tomorrow. And if the questions tomorrow are the same like today, we're gonna definitely watch Friday. So Savannah, from what I'm seeing now, is doing a very good job, but we'll see. Last super chat of the day again is I will wait and reserve judgment. I feel like the editing on this Today Show clip are off, makes her look as if she can barely form a coherent sentence. Yeah, and smart. Yeah, if you choose to wait, I say wait, but tomorrow we'll hear part 2, and then Friday we'll watch the whole hour, and we'll see what the hell's going on. So with that said, my name is Nate the Lawyer. If you like it, if you guys are still here and you like what I do, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, so the YouTube gobs will send it to everywhere they need to send it to. And I'm going to see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, and let's watch the madness together. My name is Nate the Lawyer. Peace and broadcast.